Paul Elso here, officer in charge at Eltham Fire Station. Today I'm just coming back to you to have a talk quickly about total fire-ban days. So total fire-ban days are the worst possible conditions that we have during the fire season. If a fire starts, it's unlikely that it can be easily controlled. It's likely that it will cause potential for property damage, injury and loss of life. So total fire-ban days are declared under the CFA Act by the CFA Chief Officer when the conditions, a certain set of circumstances exist, those terrible weather conditions that we might have. So what does it actually mean? Well, by the title you should be able to see that it's total fire-ban, so there's no fires to be lit or remain alight in the open air on one of these days, and that will apply from midnight to midnight. So tomorrow is one of those days for the central forecast district where we are. So total fire-ban for tomorrow, no fires to occur. Most of that's pretty obvious, so we know that you're not going to be burning off, we're not going to have campfires. Some of the less obvious things where we do run into some trouble sometimes, solid fuel barbecues, so the likes of Weber's and Spitz and so forth, become more prevalent in the last few years. Even wood-fueled pizza ovens, they're all banned on total fire-ban days. You cannot use that equipment. Another area where we run into trouble is with tradies particularly, or on rural properties, or with home handymen. Things like cutting, grinding, welding and soldering are also banned in the open air. Those activities just can't occur on days of total fire-ban, obviously high risk activities. Beyond that, what we really like the community to do is to use some common sense. Obviously there's other activities that you've got planned that can be put off till Saturday after the changes come through. Even things like slashing or using a ride-on mower, we'd really appreciate you to consider not doing that on a hot windy day, but do that at another appropriate time. That'd be a big benefit to us all. So I'm holding the brochure here, Can I, Can't I? We've seen that before. It clearly outlines what it means on a total fire-ban day, as well as during normal fire restriction period. So a quick Google search, you'll find that CFA website. It's all over the place. Have a look and make sure that you're complying with requirements on a day of total fire-ban. Our compliance to date through the fire season locally has been exemplary. It's been outstanding. We've had very few examples of illegal and unnecessary fire in the local area, so that's really appreciated. That's helping us a lot and helping yourselves as well. So let's continue with that. We'll continue to work together to stay safe through the rest of the fire season. Fingers crossed it continues as it has, with very few fires or emergencies around. Thanks again. We'll talk soon.